Praise God. I greet each and everyone in the name of Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I'm very happy and excited, and this is the first time I'm going to preach full service in a day. But I've been into some seminars where we used to teach from morning to evening. But I'm really excited. I'm really happy for what God is doing in Bangalore, through Pastor Ramesh and to many of our friends. And this is the first time I'm meeting Pastor Grace, and I'm really happy for him. I've been here last time in the year 2015, and after 2 years I'm here. So one more time I want to tell you, I'm Pastor Anil. I'm having a church in Mumbai. We have 3 churches. Especially our passion is to go everywhere and teach and empower believers. And we do a lot of trainings and pastor conference. But right now I'm going everywhere and sharing basically only one message. Only one message, and I believe that if you receive this message, it will bring a great transformation in your life. This is not something new, this is not something you're going to hear it for the first time. Now what I'm going to share is very simple, everybody knows it, the only thing that we have not experienced it much. So today my prayer and my desire that that I want to experience. I'm going to share with you about experiencing God's love. Experiencing God's love. Everybody knows God loves us. If you ask someone, if they're a Christian for some time, they'll tell you, God loves us so much. God's love is a steadfast love. People's love will fail, but God's love never fails. We all know all these things. But we never personally really experienced it. So I want you to experience, when you experience His love, if you really know how much He loves you, I'm telling you, you may be a Christian. I'm also a Christian from the day one, and I'm in ministry for past 15 years. But last year, God began to talk to me and tell, you have no clue how much I love you. I'm surprised. Lord, I'm traveling everywhere, preaching your unconditional love, preaching grace, preaching your goodness, and you're telling me that I have no clue that how much you love me. He said, yes, you're preaching, you learn, you preach, but you have not experienced it. You have not experienced it in such a way where when your daughter comes and hugs you, you feel good about it. You're excited about it. Have you ever experienced my embrace? Have you ever experienced my kiss? I'm hugging you and kissing you. Have you ever experienced it? He says that every Christian knows that I love them. God is love. It's all in a mind level, not in an experience level. God began to tell me that you have never experienced it. Then from that time onwards, God began to reveal so many things about His love, and I come to know that when we started to experience His love, that's going to transform our life. So I'm going to share something about that. Turn your Bible to Luke chapter 15. Luke chapter 15, verse 20 onwards. Luke chapter 15, verse 20 onwards. I may preach with broken English because, just a few years back, I started to preach in English. I started to learn English and started to preach in English. So that language should not be a barrier. I want to go everywhere and preach the God's word. Luke chapter 15, verse 20. So he got up and went to his father, but while he was still a long way off, his father saw him and was filled with compassion for him, and he ran to his son, threw his arm around him, and kissed him. I pray that God will speak to you this morning. Now, as I told you that my encounter with the Lord, one day I was sitting in my room, and my wife and my children, they went to my native place. No one was there, so I was just worshipping, meditating, just thinking about the Lord. And suddenly a kind of question came into my mind. Why sometimes people are like this? Why people are finding it difficult to pray? Why someone has to keep on telling people, at least pray for 1 hour, at least pray for 2 hours, at least pray for half an hour. You're giving so much time to the world, how much time you're giving to the Lord? We have to keep telling people like this. Why? And why have to keep telling people give? Why we have to keep telling people go and preach the gospel, win the soul? Why they are not doing it? So I had this question in my mind. So I called one of my friend, pastor friend, and asked him, brother, I just want to ask you why people are like this. Then my friend, I don't know whether knowingly or just like that, he said this, Pastor, people don't know how much God loves them. If they only know how much God loves them, things will be different. If people really know how much God loves them, you don't need to tell them to pray. So he was telling me, just imagine, Pastor Anil, if I tell your son, hey, tomorrow go to your daddy, at least talk to him for 1 hour. So your son comes with the watch and says, Daddy, now it's 9 o'clock. So I'm going to talk to you for 1 hour because Pastor so-and-so told me at least I should talk to you for 1 hour. So it's 9 o'clock, so let's talk up to 10 o'clock. And he was talking to me for half an hour, then he looks the time over, it's only 9:30, another half an hour is there. So I have to carry on for another half an hour. So he's, talking to me, then again we see the time, it's 9:45, again another 15 minutes is there. It's finally, and after 10 o'clock I said, Daddy, it's finished, I have to go now. 1 hour finished. How it will be? I don't need to tell your son, please talk to your daddy for 1 hour. If your son knows that you love him, and if he loves you, no one needs to tell him, talk to your daddy. But that's what we pastors sometimes do. At least pray for 1 hour, at least pray for half an hour. Don't go out of your house without praying in tongues for half an hour. We tell like this. But still people finding it difficult. If I preach about prayer, I'm not praying. Hannah prayed, Daniel prayed, Nehemiah prayed. So tomorrow you will also pray for 3-4 days and again you'll come back around. But if you really know how much God loves you, no one needs to tell you to pray. You will not see time. You will be spending time in presence of the Lord. You don't know it's 3 hours, 4 hours, maybe a whole day. Nobody needs to tell you, please give, this is that, you have to give for this, give for that. You just empty yourself, you give everything to the Lord. I don't need to tell you, if you want to know how much God loves you, I don't need to go and, win the soul. You cannot be able to contain the love of God. It will overflow, it will go and spread everywhere, it will go and share it to everyone. So after my friend told me, I went to my room, as I was sitting, as I told you, that God began to talk to me, you have not even experienced my love. Then God began to reveal to me that, people only have it at a mind level, not at an experience level. So God began to deal with me that you should experience my love. And the presence of God came in my room so mightily and started to feel the first time, after 15 years of ministry, for the first time, I felt that God loves me so much. I started to sit there and started to weep and weep and weep and weep, and I used to think, Lord, why you love me so much? Who am I? Why you are loving me this much? I can able to feel that God loves me so much for the first time. So I was crying and weeping and weeping. And from that time onwards, God began to reveal so many things, open so many things. How God deals with us. The love of God is so powerful. When you started experiencing His love, everything changes. So let's go back to this verse, in the prodigal son parable in Luke chapter 15. We all know the story. The younger one, he says, give me all my property, give my share. I just want to go and live the way I want. The father, said, take it. And he went, and he squandered everything, wasted everything. And he come to a level where he don't have anything. He came to a position where he has to beg. Even the pigs have a better food. So one day he thought about it, and he thought, in my father's house, even servants are eating nicely. Even the servants are getting the good food. Why I have to be here and starve? So let me go to my father and tell him, I'm not worthy to be your son. Let me be one of your servants. So that, like servants, I can at least eat nicely. See, he's not going back to the father because he needs the father. He was so hungry, and he wants food, so he wants to go back to the father. So as he was going back, the father was still waiting there. And as he was far away from him, the father ran towards him and hugged him and kissed him. Just think about this for a moment. He's not coming from Olympics, got a gold medal. He's not, coming in a state first. He went far away, he squandered everything, wasted everything, become like a beggar. Now he's coming back home. But the father, love for him is not changed. He's not even angry with him. You understand? He's not even angry. The love which he had for him from the beginning, same. So when he came back, the father went and hugged him and kissed him. Why? I'll tell you why. First of all, we need to understand this. The reason that boy went far away and lived such a kind of life because he don't know how much his father loves him. That's why he went far away from him. Now the father wants to make sure this time, no mistake, that I have to make sure that I love him so much. When this boy experiences my love, his heart will be healed. His heart will be transformed. So he ran towards him and hugged him. As he hugging him, he's dealing with sin. He's not ignoring sin. He's dealing with sin. You know why people sin, Because they feel far away from the Father. And they have a pain in their heart. Whatever the addictions and whatever, watching too much of TV, alcohol, tobaccos, too much of working, don't want to go to house, don't want to relax, they want to work. Why? They don't want to visit the pain. They have pain in their heart. They want to medicate it, they want to forget it. So they do all these kind of things to forget the pain. Why some people keep on watching TV? If they sit quiet, they have to think all those things. It will begin to come into their mind. It's like a record started everything from the beginning and ego. So they don't want to. Their hearts were broken. They feel emptiness. There is a longing. So they will go everywhere and trying to make themselves happy, trying to do all these things so that they can able to satisfy. But nothing can satisfy. So when the son comes back, the father hugs him and kisses him so that, he's dealing with the emptiness, dealing with the pain in the heart. His heart was broken. There was a pain. He was not sure how much, he don't know that how much the father loves him. So now he, without making any mistake, as he embraces him and kisses him, that boy knows, my goodness, how much my father loves me. Why in the world I have to go and do all these kind of things? And this is enough for me. My father loves me. I want to tell you this. The way God sees sin is totally different. We see sin as a moral failure. But the way God sees sin is a malfunction. Everybody say malfunction. When something malfunctions, you cannot beat it. If your bike is not working, your TV is not working, your car is not starting, you cannot go and kick the car, get angry. You cannot beat your bikes and beat your TV. You have to restore it, you have to repair it. The way God designed us, I'll tell you this, when God created everything, when He wants to create something, He speaks to the source. When He wants to create the trees and the plants, He spoke to the ground. The ground has become a source for the tree. So whenever the tree is plucked out from the ground, the tree will begin to die. When God wants to create fish, He spoke to the waters. He spoke to the sea. So whenever you remove the fish from the water, it will begin to die. So when God created man, He spoke to Himself. Let us make man in our image, in our likeness. He spoke to Himself. So God was a source for man. So whenever you go away from your source, you will begin to die and begin to malfunction. You understand? Everybody understand? So when you remove the fish from the water, it will die. When you remove the plant from the ground, it will begin to die. When you go far away from the Father, God, you will begin to malfunction, you will begin to die. So the way God deals with the sin, come closer to me. I want to restore you. You are malfunctioning. You are not functioning in your authentic design. You are not designed for this. So come to me. As he hugs him, as he kisses him, he restores his heart. He restores his heart. There is a healing take place in his heart. Then he will begin to behave properly. He will begin to, you don't need to tell him, don't do this and don't do that, because he was restored to the Father. He was restored to the source. He will function properly. There is no malfunctioning. The way God sees sin, it's like something like, malfunctioning. I'll tell you. One day Jesus was sitting with sinners and talking with sinners. The Pharisees and Sadducees, they were angry. Why he was sitting with a sinner? You know what Jesus said? He did not say only criminals need the police. No. You know what he said? Only sick need the physician. You cannot beat the sick. Why you are sick? Why you are sick? You have to heal him. You have to restore him. So another time he said, He was telling sinners, it's the last sheep. I have to go and find the last sheep and I have to bring it back to the fold. You cannot beat the sheep and say, why you are lost? So it is not that the shepherd goes to the sheep and bringing it back to the fold, restoring it back to the position. Everybody say restoration. And he says, another place he says, as we were talking about sinners, he is saying they were blind. You cannot beat the blind. Why are you blind? Can't you see? No, you have to heal them. You have to restore sight back to them. So God sees sin, it's a malfunction. It has to be restored. So when you restore, people are not going to do like those kind of things. So the reason this, prodigal son did all those things, he fell far away from the Father. He was not experiencing the love of the Father. If he only knows how much Father loves him, he will not do like that. So Father, when he comes, the Father ran and hugged him and kissed him, restoring him. He came to the source. Now he's restoring back to the authentic position. He wants to be like a servant. He said, no, your son, your position never changes. Just because you do this and that, your position never changes. Your son is restoring back to the position. He's giving dress, he's giving ring, he's giving shoes. And not only that, there is a celebration. Selling cut a fatted calf, celebration begins. You see, God never tolerates you. God celebrates you. Sometimes we tolerate our children. Oh, what do I give birth? Until his death, I have to feed him. We just tolerate, We don't know what to do. But God never tolerates us. He celebrates us. You are so precious. When you come back to him, there's a celebration. He's so happy. He's rejoicing. He always celebrates you. Shall I tell you something? You know what is God's favorite topic? He's not excited about diamonds. He's not excited about Rolls Royce and bungalows, beautiful places, dress, nothing. He's excited about you. You are God's favorite topic. Whenever we talk about, he's so excited. He's not seeing Rolls Royce and BMW, so wow. No, he's not excited about it. We may be excited about it. He's wow, this, wow. But he says, wow, by seeing you. When he sees you, he says, wow, this is my son. Wow, this is my daughter. Wow. Really? But by seeing your face, I don't think you believe what I'm saying right now. Really? He says, wow. You are his favorite topic. Whenever he talks about you, he's excited. That's why psalmist, they wonder, what is a man that you are mindful of him? Why are you thinking about him all the time? What is he so special? You are always thinking about him. What is a man that you are mindful of him? Mindful. Always thinking about us, thinking about you, to be specific. Mindful of him. Always thinking about you. Psalmist wondered, why? What is so special about him? Why are you thinking about him? What is a man that you are mindful of him? The son of man that you visit him. He's always thinking about you. Shall I tell you? You are a God's dream in manifestation. You are not born in this world because your father or mother wants you. Your father or mother does not have a power to decide and bring you into this world. You are here in this world because God wants a son like you. You are in this world because God wants a daughter like you. Everyone is different, everybody looks different, we are different, everyone is unique. So he created you because he wants a daughter like you, he created you because he wants a son like you. Hallelujah. So you are thinking about you to bring you into this world. The day you are born, wow, this dream was manifested. And whenever you see my dream, I was thinking about it, planning about it for so long. Now my dreams are fulfilled. So many dreams are fulfilled. He's excited about you. He's not nervous about it. He's not angry about you because he knows his design. He is sure about it. Only thing that we don't know about design. That's why we malfunction. We are running away from the source. And you know what's going to fuel us? It's the love of God. The day you started to experience His love, everything began to change. One of my pastor friends asked me, If you go and tell people God loves you no matter what, don't you think they will go and sin so much? I said, that's a problem. That's a problem with the pastors. We don't believe in the power of God's love. The reason they are going on sinning because they don't know how much God loves them. That's the truth. That's the reality. But if they really experience God's love, they will be addicted to God. I'm telling you. They don't want anything. They will be just fall flat for His presence. I'll explain to you. I hope you will understand this. You know, when a young boy, young girl falls in love, whatever you tell, nothing goes inside. It's like a drug. They're always thinking about, the boy, the girl. When a parent, when a mother, a father tells a girl, leave that boy is not good to you. The girl is not ready to leave. Sometimes the parents beat the girl, leave that boy, telling you, warning you, leave that. After getting so much of beating, the girl still is not leaving the boy. After the parents went to the girl boy and tells, you know what, today my parents beat me so much, but don't worry, anyway I'm not going to leave you, nobody can change me. Just think that how much people are addicted for the human love. Just because the boy spoke some kind words, just because the boy gave some gifts, just because the boy showed some love and affection, this person is addicted to that boy. It's very difficult. Now think about this. If a human love is such a powerful and people experience it, people want it, how much more if we experience God's love in our life? How much more? The reason, the problem with us, this, that we have experienced some kind of love with humans, but we have not experienced with God. When somebody comes and tells you, I love you, we feel good about it. We're excited, we're happy. Sometimes the whole day, it's like thinking about that. So-and-so said, I love you. Even just a brother, your father, or a mother. Even children tells the parents, I love you so much. The whole day the parents are excited. But when you tell people in the church, God loves you, nobody cares. Yeah, God loves us. Tell me something more fun. Come on. How long you will keep on telling people, God loves you, God loves you. That, tell something more. We are not excited because we have not felt. Everybody understand? We have not felt it. We are not experienced it. So it's not really exciting us. But when somebody, comes and tells you, I love you so much. When somebody comes and hugs us, we are so happy about it. Because we can able to feel it. When somebody tells, we can able to hear it. It really makes us feel good about ourselves. But I want to tell you today, from today onwards, that you will experience His love. That you will feel the embrace of the Father. He is your Father. He is your Daddy. You see in this parable, the first thing Jesus began to tell, this parable is, like God is a Father. He's telling, the Father, two sons. He begins the stories like that. You know what? God is not God to us. God is our Daddy. Whereas the world calls Him God, but we call Him Father. We have not received the spirit of bondage, Bible says. But we have received the spirit of the sonship, where we call Him Abba Father, Abba Daddy. Where we call Him Abba Father. Who believes in His name, Bible says He gave them authority to become His children. We are His children. He is our Father. What shall I tell you? We all, in praying time, we all, use the word Father, Father, Father. But it's only in our lips. But in your subconscious, you are not really seeing Him as your daddy. You are only seeing Him as a judge. I'm telling you, what's inside is a judge. What's in your mouth is the Father. See, in Christianity, the first thing when we come, we learn to, act. We learn a lot of Christian things by seeing others. We learn a lot of outward things. We don't have inward transformation. We learn how to speak like a Christian. Praise the Lord, brother. How are you? Oh, by the grace of God, I'm fine. How is your family? Wow, wonderful. How is your family? Fine, great. Shall we meet more? If God is willing, we will meet. We learned all this kind of things. So we learn, even your prayer, you copy from someone, you check your heart. You saw someone praying and you, oh, that's how you have to begin. That's how you have to say, this is the words I have to use. It's a collection of many people's prayer. Your prayer is a collection of many people's prayer. You just learn from someone. So everybody is calling him Father, Father in heaven, praying. So we also call him Father. But in your heart, you check whether you really receive him as your daddy. He's not sitting in heaven and we are praying from here, he's from there. Okay, my daughter should be okay. I bless you, I'll give you this. Don't worry. No. He's living with you. He's holding your hands. He never leaves us nor forsakes us. He's not sitting somewhere in the sky. He's with us. Whenever we imagine about God, we always imagine as if He's sitting somewhere. I'm telling you, He's with us. He's your daddy. He's not only interested in spiritual things. He's interested in your career. He's interested in your marriage. He's interested in your hobbies. He's interested in everything. He's also interested in cooking, I believe. He's with you. I want you to learn to see Him as your daddy, who lives with you, who cares for you, who understands you, who's always with you. He's the one daily comforting you. You're not the one who are wiping your tears. It is God who is comforting you so that you're wiping your tears and go on in your life. Because we are not able to see Him, we are not able to feel Him. So He is your daddy. Jesus, first of all, He goes and telling everyone, before Jesus, nobody calls God the Father. Only Jesus comes and tells everyone, when you pray like this, Father in heaven. He's going telling everyone, Father Himself loves you. He's not going to tell God loves you. He's telling Father Himself loves you. He's introducing Father. He's your daddy. Hallelujah. So first of all it tells He's your daddy and He loves us so much. When you start to experience His love, transformation begins. Transformation begins. He loves us, He celebrates us. You are so precious, your value the value which He has for you is never decreased. Just because you committed such and such a thing, He's not telling, oh, I never thought that you will do like this. I have a great love and respect for you. Now I don't have anything. No. No matter what you have done, I'm telling you, my brothers and sisters, the value, the love which you have for Him never decreases. The same love, the same value. You may not be happy with what you have done, but the value which you have for us never decreases. Same love, same value, same respect. We value someone, when they do something, we lose the respect, we lose the value for them. We say, now I had a great respect for you, done this, do this, now I don't have any respect for anyone. I don't have any value for anyone. So we are like that, but He's not like that. No matter what, He's saying, my son, my daughter, no matter what, my value for you has never decreased. Same value. You're my son, you're my daughter. So the reason people are, doing all this kind of thing, they feel far away from the Father. They're not experiencing their love. What is the curse of this society? This society is a fatherless society. Nowadays, many people don't have a father. Either father died or father ran away or they are divorced. And even though the father is there, sometimes they are an absentee father. And now at least, some fathers are very good. But previously, the father loves the children but don't know how to show the affection. Don't know how to express the love. Always like very strict. Did you finish your homework? Did you go to school? Study well. Do this, do that. Don't ask your mommy. Don't trouble me. So the children did not experience the father's love. I'm telling you, when the person does not experience the father's love, there is a big emptiness. There is a pain in the heart. Mumbai, that's a problem. No husband. Either husband died, run away with another woman, or divorced. Only your mother taking care of the children. Everywhere, most of the time that's the story. I have so many people in my church who don't have husband. So many people, so many. Think about the children. Then there's no wonder when people do a lot of crime, murder, killing, rape. There's no wonder. They are malfunctioning. They did not experience. They have not come from a good family. They have not experienced the love they are supposed to receive. The government, trying to deal with this problem by installing CCTV camera, by, bringing in new hands and increasing police security, doing this and doing that. I don't think so that's going to solve. If really the government has to deal with this matter, they have to conduct a lot of marriage seminar, heal the family. Family is the foundation of the society. When the family is shaken, everything is shaken. Husband is the foundation of the family. When the husband is shaken, the whole family is shaken. That's why the devil targeting men. The devil knows that if this man, if I can get this man, I can destroy the whole family. I don't need to touch anyone. Only remove this man from their life, whole family collapse. Somehow by the grace of God, some family survives. But still many people suffer. Father's love is very important. Everybody says father's love is important. Even physically, spiritually. The world always talks about the mother's love, but Bible talks about father's love. Father's love is so special. Many children did not experience the love of the father. Sometimes it's amazing. The father don't know how to hug the children. The father is not calling the children, come on here, hugging, kissing. They don't know how to express it. They love. Sometimes they don't know how to express it. They're not telling the children, I'm proud of you. I'm happy about you. I love you so much. They're not telling it. See, there's a pain in the heart. And spiritually, you also know this world living like an orphan. We have a father. But the problem in this world is an orphan spirit. People are insecure, orphans are insecure. Selfish. You see an orphan people, they are selfish. I know about it. The orphan spirit. It's a fatherless generation. They are not experienced. So when people come back to the Father, He restored their hearts. They restore the position. They restore the sonship. We are sons and daughters of God. When you come back to Him, He loves us and embraces us and transforms us. So that when the younger boy comes, he hugs and embraces him and transforms his heart. And there's also an elder person, the elder brother. Even though he was in the house, he lost in the house itself. He's very good. He don't do any wrong thing. He don't smoke, he don't drink. He's so faithful in taking care of daddy's work. But you know what? The only problem, he also don't understand how much daddy loves him. He's thinking that somehow I have to do all this thing to please my daddy. The problem is he don't know that daddy is already pleased with him. Sometimes we are talking about you should not be a man pleasing. I also want to encourage you today, you don't try to please God. Why? God is already pleased with you. You are already His beloved. We don't need to only deliver from man-pleasing spirit, we also deliver from God-pleasing spirit. We are trying to please God. Why? He is already pleased with you. You don't need to do this and that to please your daddy. He is so pleased with you. I'm telling you, He is so much pleased with you. How many of you believe that He is already pleased with you? Hallelujah. He is already pleased with you. You don't need to try to please Him. You are already His beloved. So this elder son, the problem with him is he's trying to please the father. Oh, I will do this and I will do that. My father will see. He will give me something. It's a servant attitude. No servants. If you have servants in the house, they cannot take whatever they want from you. They ask you. They have to wait. If you give, they can take. They will wait until you give. They'll think in their heart, maybe they will give to me. If you give, they will take. They will wait until you give. The children are not like that. They're free. They can go and take whatever they want. Children, they can take whatever they want. It's your house. You can take whatever. And nobody is going to question. If a servant try to do that, it's called stealing. If they say, oh, I can take whatever I want. No, you cannot do that. It's stealing. So servants cannot take whatever they want. But children can do. This elder son, the problem is, even though he's a son, his attitude is like a servant attitude. He's waiting. One day my daddy will give me. One day my father will give me. By seeing my hard work, by seeing my performance, by seeing all this thing, he may one day give me. But it does not happen because the father thought everything which is belong to him, it's belong to him. If he wants, he can take it. I think you don't want it, that's why he's not taking it. But when he blesses the younger one, the elder one got so angry, you have not given me anything. Isn't it? Why I have to give you? You can take whatever you want. Everything which is belong to me, it's belong to you. Many people waiting, many people saying, oh God, when you're going to bless me, when you're going to give me this, when you're going to give me that, I'm waiting, Lord, I'm so faithful. Many people are blessed, but why I'm not blessed? Waiting. God said, why are you waiting? Take whatever you want. In the name of Jesus, whatever you ask, it will be done. You can take it, you can ask. The both of them don't understand how much the Father loves them. That's why the elder one, angry with the father, upset with him. He's refusing to come inside. He's refusing to come to the party. Yeah, I'm not going to come. He's begging him, the father, please come. No, I'm not going to come. So upset. There are many people, there are many religious people who does a lot of good religious things, but they are upset with God. I know. Many people are bitter with God. I've done so many things, but I'm not blessed. So many people are blessed. The new people are blessed. I have seen many pastors are bitter. I have been in this ministry. I have not got anything. But these people came now. They have everything. I have done so much. I am the first one who does this. I am the first one who does. They're bitter. Because they don't know how much God loves them. People develop bitterness towards God. The first thing I learned so many years before is you never become bitter towards God. Because He is so good. So good. So the problem with this elder son became very bitter. Because he also did not understand. So today I want to tell you this. I want you to experience. We all know already God loves us. Everybody knows it. But I want you to do a level where you go and just experience His love. Feel His love. Feel His hug. Feel His embrace. Feel His kisses. He celebrates us. No matter what you say, He still hugs you and pinching you, playing with you and kissing you. I believe that. It may look foolishness. And I believe that He still, plays with you. He loves you so much. How many of you believe that? Today I want to tell you. I want you to experience it. As you start to experience, your heart will be healed. The emptiness will go. You will feel satisfied. Most of the time we are expecting love from humans. We think that my husband loves me so much. My husband will love me. My husband is expecting my wife will love me. And here also, there also both the emptiness. They are trying to take from each other. Noise comes, we call it as fight. Because here also empty, there also empty. You know what Bible tells us? We are not supposed to expect, the way love from people. We have to give love. We have to receive from the Father and give love. You have to receive from the Father how much He loves you and give love to your wife. You have to receive love from the Father and give love to your husband. Love stops all things of malfunction. In the opposite of love is fear. When we see someone as malfunctioning, fear begins to come. When fear comes, we begin to malfunction. But love heals. Bible says, perfect love casteth away the fear. When love comes, fear goes. I used to think like this. The opposite of fear is faith. I used to think for so many years. Maybe some of you still think it. But I found out the opposite of fear is love. Then what about faith, Pastor? Faith and love, same, only thing. Both are, it's a kind of the same thing, but operates. One is negative. Fear only attracts negative things. Faith attracts positive things. Both attracts. Fear attracts negative things. The things which you greatly fear comes upon you. Faith, you believe God for something, it comes. You believe in God. But I want to tell you, love is the opposite. Perfect love casteth away fear. When a love comes, things begin to change. I want everybody to experience His love. He loves you so much. You are His child. You are so precious. You are so valuable. Today will be just the beginning. I just put a seed in your heart. I pray that Holy Spirit will continue to grow in your heart. From today onwards, you will think so much about experiencing His love. Experiencing love. The day you started experiencing, your life began to transform. I want to tell you this. There is a woman called Heidi Baker. You can watch it in YouTube. She went to Mozambique as a missionary. She is so passionate about the Lord. She did so many things trying to do, but she failed a lot. She was not able to be that much successful, that much fruitful. And you know what? She went for a meeting. Suddenly started to experience for the first time, even though she'd been a Christian for so many years, for the first time, she experienced, Daddy loves me so much. Father loves me so much. And she began to experience, for 7 days she was not speaking. Every time lying down, thank you, Jesus, thank you, Jesus, thank you, Jesus, thank you, Father. Speechless. Not talking to anyone, just thanking, because she was so overwhelmed by the love of God. And after that, she went to Mozambique. She started 2,000 churches, raised more than 300, 400 people from the dead. Started a university in the jungle, in the bush. Powerful thing. The love of God is so powerful. I'll tell you one more person. His name is Leif Hitler. You can also find him in YouTube. He was a pastor, he was somewhat trying to reach 500 people in his church. Trying. Not able to reach for so many years. One day he went to a Randy Clark meeting, pastor's conference. As he was there, the Randy Clark, the man of God, was preaching pastor conference about God's love. And as he started listening to it, the first time in his life he experienced God loves him so much. He cried like a child. There were many wounds in his heart being healed that day. He was completely restored. After that, there is a prophecy, Randy Clark prophesied and told, you're going to win millions of souls. And you're going to go to Muslim nation and you're going to win Muslims. He was thinking, my God, in my own nation, I'm not able to win 500 people. And he's telling me that I will go to Muslim nation and I will win millions of souls. But today, the year 2016, I'm telling you, until 2016, we already win more than 10 lakhs of Muslims. 10 lakhs of Muslims. He goes everywhere Muslim country boldly. He's telling, I'm not that kind of person. I'm not that much bold. And the day I started to experience his love, I become very bold. He's telling that, wherever I go in Muslim nations, people are afraid of Muslims. But I want to tell you, the Muslims are very fearful. That's why they are doing all this thing. When I go with the love, the fear goes. Perfect love casteth away the fear. He's telling Muslim responds to me. Imam, mullahs are responding to me. I have a lot of pictures of him in the Facebook. That he's taken pictures with imams and mullahs and so many big Muslim people. Nobody's bothering him. They know that he's an evangelist, he's coming there to preach the gospel. Nobody's stopping him. Even Muslims gave him a name. He's an ambassador of love. Muslims gave him a name. He's an ambassador of love. I was really encouraged by him. Goes everywhere talking about the love of God. People are transformed. Muslim nations are transformed. People are receiving Jesus. Nobody can resist the love of God. It's so powerful. Once comes upon you, you fall flat. You are addicted to it. The love of God is the greatest drug I ever seen in this world. If you are once tasted it, you will never come out of it. I'm telling you. We only know it in our mind level, but we have not tasted it. But the day you tasted it, your life changes. You don't need to try, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do it. So you don't think about it. Nobody can make you to do it, I'm telling you. But today, we want to do it, but some more biting us, no, I don't want to do it. I'm going to church, I'm busy, I'm reading Bible. You don't want to do it. But in our heart, we want to do it. See, that's why we don't have a transformation in the heart. The love of God comes, you are putting a new person. Transform completely. I just want everybody to stand up for a minute. Just so I want to give you, we also did it in this morning 2 service, and we also do it right now. Just for 5 minutes, I want everybody to stretch your hands and close your eyes and imagine that, Jesus standing with you, and hugging you, and kissing you, and telling you, my son, my daughter, I love you so much, you're so precious. Healing your heart, healing the pains in your heart, restoring the broken heart. I want you to feel that, I want you to experience that right now. See, when I tell you, imagine, see, it's not only your imagination, it's a reality. He loves you, He embraces you. You're so special to Him. If I love my children so much, how much more God loves His children? If you love your children so much, how much more He loves you and me? Just imagine. He loves us so much. Our love for children is nothing compared to His love for us. Whenever I think about, how much I love my children, the second thing always comes to me, then how much God loves me. When my children calls me daddy, my heart melts. I'm telling you, my heart melts. I feel like I will do everything. I feel like I will do everything for my children. My heart melts when my children just calls me daddy. I feel so happy. Then how much more when you call them father, Abba Father, a daddy. How much he feels happy. Today I'm telling you, he's your daddy. He loves you so much. You may miss the father's love in the past. You may not have a physical father who loved you so much. But no worries. Now He loves you so much. From today onwards, you're going to be a transformed person. From today onwards, your life is going to be transformed. You're going to experience the love of the Father. When you just started experiencing, I'm telling you. Right now, God is telling people who are experiencing failure in your life, I'm telling you, from today onwards, you will succeed. People who experience failure in business, failure in ministry, failures in your life, from today onwards, you're going to succeed. You're going to be fruitful. You're going to be very fruitful. I'm telling you in the name of Jesus. From today onwards, you're going to be very fruitful. Praise you, Father. Praise you, Father. Pray, Holy Spirit, will reveal, make them feel the love that you have for them. Praise you, Lord. Pray the Holy Spirit work in our hearts. Work in our hearts. Healing every broken heart. Restoring the broken heart. Every pain in the heart has to be gone. Has to be restored. Healing. Lord, I pray that your children knows. From today onwards, let them have a revelation that how much you love them, oh Father. Let them feel your embrace. Let them feel your heart. Let them feel your kiss. Praise you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Every one of them. Let your children experience. Praise you, Lord. Praise you, Lord. Lord, you tell your children how much you love them. If you really ask him a question, Daddy, how much you love me? He'll talk to you. I'm telling you. He'll answer you. If you want to know, ask him, Daddy, how much you love me? How much you love me? You ask him, he'll answer you. Thank you, Daddy. Thank you, Daddy. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you, Lord, as we are feeling greedy and running far away from you, send your Son to tell us how much you love us. You are not angry with us, you are in love with us. Thank you, Father. Lord, healing in the heart. And again, this word is coming into our mind, fruitfulness. We're going to be very fruitful from today onwards. You will flourish in ministry, you will flourish in your business, you will flourish in your career, your life will be fruitfulness. Thank you, Daddy. 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 Fruitfulness. You don't have a child, you will have a child. Fruitfulness. Money will not be an issue. If you want to know how much God loves you, money will not be an issue. Daddy takes care of you. Daddy knows you need all these things. Just trust in His love. Relax. Leave all your worries. Leave all your fears. Receive peace. Speak shalom. Speak peace. Bind and rebuke every spirit of fear. Every fear has to leave my people right now. And I speak peace. I speak joy. Joy of the Lord. Joy of the Lord. I speak joy like never before. Lord, let people see that my brothers and sisters are very happy. No more sadness, no more sadness. Joy. I speak joy. But I speak peace in the family, Lord. Peace in the family. Restore relationships, oh Father. Restore relationships. Thank you, Daddy. Thank you. Father, in the name of Jesus, we come before you, Lord. Thank you for this wonderful time. Thank you for this wonderful church. Thank you for my wonderful brothers and sisters. Thank you for my pastor friends, oh Father. Lord, thank you for Pastor Ramesh and his family, Lord. I speak a blessing upon his life. Strengthen him, bless him, fill him with your spirit. Let the spirit of wisdom come upon him. Let the spirit of might come upon him, oh Father. Let him do a great thing, the thing which he never even imagined in his big thinking, oh Father. Bless him, Lord. Strengthen him. Praise you, Father. Praise you, Father. But for all the pastors in this place, Lord, Pastor Grace, Pastor Deepan, Pastor Stephen, Pastor Andrew, I speak a blessing upon the life of us. I speak a blessing, Lord. Bless them, oh Father. Lord, I pray for every brother and sister. Meet every needs, oh Father. Every needs. The supernatural way, beyond their imagination. Lord, in unexpected ways, through unexpected needs, so let money come to us in Jesus' name. I speak cancellation of debts, supernatural cancellation of debts so far. Cancel it. We call every bills paid for in the mighty name of Jesus. Every bills are paid in Jesus' name. By the grace of God. We pay every bills in the name of Jesus. So for every payments we will make it in the name of Jesus, oh Father. No more fear. Lord, I speak healing in the mighty name of Jesus. I rebuke every sickness. Every sickness, leave my people in Jesus' name. Sickness, I am speaking to you right now. Spirit of infirmity, I am speaking to you right now. Every kind of weakness, I am speaking to you right now. Leave my people in Jesus' name. Be healed in Jesus' name. I speak life. I speak life. I speak life in Jesus. Zoe kind of life. A God kind of life to dominate their bodies. Right now in the name of Jesus. Lord, I speak peace in the family, joy, the love of God to spread, oh Father. Every work of Satan is trying to come against the family. I rebuke it in Jesus' name, oh Father. Let the family life be like heaven, Lord. Let them experience joy and peace and love, full of laughter, oh Father. Bless every one of them, completely submit them in your mighty hands. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Amen. God bless you. Thank you so much. Thank God for this wonderful opportunity. I also thank dear pastor, my brother, Pastor Ramesh, and the whole leadership team. God bless you. Love you so much.